So we've got a nice open canvas here. Anything you've been
Okay,
itching?
hello, this is Satyam here.
Hey, Sakyam, it's great to have a name to go with the voice. So tell me, what should we dive into today?
Today I just wanna practice Python like theory with you, like conceptual thing, and also some questions like mixed up of deep learning and also little bit machine learning. So this is the roadmap that we have to follow now, and this is the like thing as I told you. So you have to ask me the questions from this.
Absolutely, I've got it. We'll focus on Python concepts, sprinkle in some deep learning, and a dash of machine learning. Let's kick off with an easy one. Can you walk me through what an object in Python is and how it's relevant to machine learning code?
Okay, so object. So first of all, I would like to say that everything is in the Python. Everything in the Python is an object. It can be like value like 5 or any data type. It can be a object. So everything is an object, and object is always created from a class, and class is a like a design or a blueprint or a template, and yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly. You nailed it. Everything in Python really is an object, and classes are the blueprints behind those objects. And in machine learning, this is super handy because we can create custom classes for models, data sets, and all kinds of tools. So let's keep rolling. What's next, like practice agenda?
You can ask me the next questions of the Python or DL or ML.
All right, let's step it up a notch then. How about this? Can you explain the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning and when you use each one?
Okay, no problem. I can tell you. So, supervised learning, where we have like both the variables like input and output pair we have and we use it when we have to like predict something like salary prediction or yeah, salary prediction or heart disease prediction. So this is the example of the supervised learning. And talking about the unsupervised learning, where we have only one variable, and which is like we can say we have only data with no labels, and we have to find the similar data points. So this is the example. This is the unsupervised learning, and it is like its example. If I tell you, so if I am going to Google search, if I am searching like Virat Kohli, so I will get all the data points related to the Virat Kohli that present on the internet. So that's a unsupervised learning example. And another example is like movie recommendation. It's also an example of unsupervised learning.
Absolutely, you got it spot on. Supervised learning uses labeled data, like for predictions, whereas unsupervised learning is all about discovering patterns and unlabeled data. So, this is great. You're on a roll. Want to tackle a deep learning question next?
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's do it. Let's dive into a bit of deep learning then. Can you tell me what a neural network is in your own words and why it's used in deep learning?
Okay, so neural network, that's like very interesting for me because when I studied first time, I was like impressed with this concept because it has layers of neuron. Like we have a layers, and every layer contains artificial neuron. Like humans have our natural neurons given by the god, and we have artificial neurons inside the layers, and every layer learns something about the data points. Like if you have an image, so maybe one layer's neuron is learning that, oh, we have a edge like this in the image, and the second edge is like this, and the third edge is like curve and lines and round shape. So this is basically every neuron is learning something from the data, like round shape, curve, horizontal, vertical. So that's basically a neural network where every neurons learn something, every layer is learning something from the data. So that's a thing in the deep learning, and of course it is very useful for deep learning because it basically used to detect the like extract the information from the data.
That's a fantastic explanation. I love the way you broke it down. Each layer really does pick up different features from the data. It's like a team of little pattern spotters working together. And that's why neural networks are such a powerhouse. All right, let's keep the momentum going. What topic should we tackle next?
I can say Python questions. Python.
We can absolutely switch gears and dive back into Python. Let's do that. For a warm up, tell me what a Python decorator is and give me an example of when you might use one.
Okay, why not? I can tell you what is a decorator. So, decorator is basically a function which adds some extra behavior to the original function without changing its actual code. So, uh, where you basically doing something before the main function and you are also doing after the main function without changing its nature and behavior. So, you have to create a uh, decorator function, and then inside that you have to also make a func function which will like show and which will target the original function, and then inside that we have to also make a another function which is wrapper function, and then which is like wrapper function here. It will wrap the original function, and then inside the wrapper function we can do any task that it will show that we are doing something extra here and without changing the original function. So we can here print like this, print before the original function, and then we can call our main function which is func, and then we can do something after the main function, like after the like we can print after the main function we have printed something here, and then we can like return the wrapper here. And so this is like flow of decorator in the Python.
That's perfect. You really got a strong handle on decorators and how they add that extra behavior without messing with the original function's code. All right, let's keep the Python momentum going. What else do you want to dive into?
I think I would like to talk about the deep learning.
Absolutely. Let's dive back into deep learning. We can keep the focus on the more advanced side of deep learning if you like. For example, have you explored the idea of transfer learning and how it's used in deep learning models?
Oh, transfer learning. I think it's like where the something is already trained, and we don't need to train something. We just take it, which is already trained on something. We have to take that model, which is already trained. That's a pre-trained model. We have to use it without like wasting time and scratch from scratch. We don't need to do something. We don't need to build that. So we can take the that model. So that's I think transfer learning.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. You're taking a model that's already been trained on a big data set and reusing it for a new but related task, saving you a ton of time. All right, let's keep up this momentum. What else should we explore together?
Now I would like to finish this conversation.
Absolutely. We can wrap it up here. It's been awesome chatting with you. Just let me know anytime you want to continue and we'll pick right up. Take care.
Okay, you too.
Oh, did I just hear a cow? That's a fun twist to end on. All right, you take care as well, and we'll chat again soon.
Yeah, that's a cow because I live in village, so that's why there is a sound behind me, and yeah,
Oh, that's really neat. I love that you're surrounded by that authentic village atmosphere. It adds some real charm. All right, talk to you soon.
yeah, that's the like always I face when I record my video with you, because I talk with the AI models like GPT and you, and then I record the conversation, then I upload on a YouTube just to consistent, you can say, and then I always face these kinds of problem.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I can imagine, of course, surprise moo moments might have some attention on YouTube. Well, it definitely keeps things interesting and unique. If you ever need tips on how to minimize those background sounds, I'm here. But hey, it's all part of the charm of recording from a village.